a lot of things that we do. If you don't know what we do, right, we build your Turo business from scratch. So you don't have to just be on Turo, right? Private rental, rent to own. I teach you the whole game about the car sharing space, right? We build your Turo business from scratch. We repair your credit first. Once we get your credit repaired into a fundable position, we go get you some capital. After you get that capital, that's your backing so that you can start, grow, or scale your business. And then I link you with my dealer connect so that you can get vehicles shipped to you anywhere in the nation. It doesn't matter where you're at. My guy is the vehicle dealer connect. He is the plug and he is guaranteed to beat anybody's prices. It don't matter where you go. You can go down the road and try to get a better deal, and I guarantee he'll beat it. So that's a little bit, that's like what the mentees get done for them. But yeah, I figured I'd hop on here weekly and make sure that I can address things, speak to you guys, and give you guys the information that you need about the process, how it works. Give you tips, tricks, gems about credit. I will answer those too, because since we're going to speak to you guys every week, myself, my credit repair partner, my marketing partner, my stocks and investment guy is going to start speaking to you guys twice a weekend. We really care, right? We're trying to show you guys that we care. And if things get lost in messages, it's a big community, right? There's almost 7,000 people in the community. So there may be things that we miss, right? There may be communication that isn't always, dialed in, dialed in, dialed in. It's hard when you have 7,000 people in a community. I don't know if you guys ever ran a community or know how that works, but it's tough, right? So that's why we want to come speak to you guys weekly so we can answer any questions that you have, give you all the game, give you all the sauce, and make sure that you can make it to that next level and you can elevate for 2025 and many, many years to come. So I'll open up the floor to anybody. Any type of questions you may have, doesn't matter if you are a student, if you're not a student, drill me with the questions. I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And if I don't know the answers, I definitely have sources and resources that I can get that answer for you. But I do know a lot about the business. I do know a lot about the space. I've been doing this for a while now. Trials and errors. I've already experienced that and done it. I've went and made those mistakes so that I can provide a better pathway for you guys. So any questions y'all got, go ahead. Let's shoot them. Let's figure it out. Let's give clarity on things that
Um,
you're doing, clarity on it. We'll go ahead. Go ahead, Erica.
how do you know which cars to pick for your fleet?
For starters, I would go what I did, right? I did a little bit of market research. You could do your market research just by going to Turo, current location, pick a date out in front of you, and click you're trying to go on a trip, right? And then you can kind of see the cars that's already there. You're gonna see the cars that are working that have multiple trips. So
So
what
you're going straight from like Turo, not from like, I don't know, like what's in your area and what would be like popular.
Yeah, yeah, facts. I don't care about. I like numbers, right? I want to make sure that this makes sense and that we can, get bookings, right? So, I'll search there first to where I can really like see what the hot vehicles are, and it doesn't matter the type of vehicle. Sometimes it's just like this. I wouldn't say not the brand and make and model of the vehicle, the type of vehicle it is. So, family vehicle. If three rows got a whole lot of bookings, that's something I'll add. Economy is something I'll add. You should always have three rows, at least two three-row vehicles in your fleet and a couple economy cars. The payments are cheap on three rows can get expensive, but when it comes to economy, the payments are super cheap. So I mean, at a minimum, you can rent it out for 40, $50 a day, which is affordable in a lot of people's budgets, right? And then you're able to
Mhm.
make your money. I usually go
Okay.
10% of the car note. So if you got a $500 car note, put your daily at like $50 a day and work from there. And if there's another one, you just gotta be a business owner and be tapped in, right? Like if you got another one like that and you see it for 60 or 70, then okay, that's your wiggle room that you can use. But I like to have that 10% of the car note as my daily rental price. So economy is the route. Economy is going to get guaranteed bookings, right? You can scale it
Okay.
super fast. You're gonna make a lot of money off economy because, like I said, the notes are pretty cheap and they stay gone like 25 to 28 days of the month, if not the whole month. So when you're sticking to Turo, I'd go that route. I say it. I say it a lot of calls, man. I stick to the play. I stick to the blueprint until you start scaling. If you're really starting out, go three economy cars, put, one luxury car in there, and then put something that you would want to drive, like maybe one of your dream cars. I always say go that route because it's the most conservative route, to really get your feet wet in the game and figure out how this rental car space works.
And then how do you shop for insurance with the Turo? And how do you like, I mean, I guess get the cars insured? Um,
So no, that's a good question. So Turo now, they cover your vehicles when it's on a trip, right? Bree got the dog. That's how my dog be, all in the business every time. I'm like, damn, you want to be on the call too? That's my dog be the same way. Um, but yeah, so Turo provides insurance right now. They cover the vehicle when it's on a trip. So as long as that vehicle's on a trip, if anything happens, you're covered, right? Like they're gonna
okay.
any type of damages or anything you submit your claims, right? They're gonna pay for that. Whatever the deductible is that you choose, right? They have different percentages. Whatever deductible that you choose is what you're gonna pay if something happens. So if you got a vehicle that gets totaled out and you picked the 90%, let's not even do 90, that's high aggressive company. I go in aggressive, right? Everything I do, I'm a risk taker because I want to shit. Let me fail because I'm gonna figure the shit out, and then I'm gonna accomplish this shit and win, right? So let's just say the 75 plan. That means you get 75% of the profits. Turo gets 25%. They market it, they do all the work, right? That deductible is 250. So if your car totals out, you only pay $250, and now you got a paid off vehicle on your profile, your credit profile, whether it's your business or if it's in your personal. Um, so they'll cover it while it's on a trip. When it's off trip, they got something called tent that they now provide to us as hosts, and that's for off trip insurance. It's like $90 a month per car. Super super affordable. Super, you can really, get a lot of profits using those routes. There's one called ABI. It's called American Business Insurance. You can use that one as well. But when you're in this part, this is where you're going to shop around and really pick what's suitable for you. I'll tell you the ones, but you're still going to make a decision based on your budget and what you can afford and what you feel like your profits are. American Business Insurance is a good one too. Lower deductibles, maybe it's like 100 a car, and they cover it as well. All of them, you have to have trackers. So you have to have a tracker in your vehicles, and we'll go into that if somebody has questions on that. Most of them, you have to have a tracker to track your vehicles. That's the only way that they'll cover it. Go ahead, Bree. I see your hand raised.
I was wondering, I saw your video the other day about the tracking devices. Um,
Mm-hmm.
heard something about like their two rows coming to the point like you're not able to use the Apple tags or anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So would you do you think it's best to just go through other companies or keep doing the Apple tags until they like kick it out completely?
I mean, is Apple or is it Turo that's kicking it out? I thought Apple was like,
Oh, is it Apple? I don't know. I just like saw some about it.
yeah, I've seen it too. I didn't know if like Apple was just like discontinuing, like they weren't going to do it anymore. From that point, obviously you can't, because if they're not even going to make it, your ones you got maybe still work, but if they're not going to make any more, they're not. But as far as Turo goes, I mean, that Apple tracker, I've never used it as for claims. I used it for my own personal, peace of mind. Like I want to know where my shit at. I can pop my phone out rather than having to log in. I got 37 cars. So sometimes on the phone it gets cluttered. I got to be on my computer, look at everything, see where it's at. Apple Tag's a lot easier. I can just pull out my phone, boop, see where it's at. All right, he in Vegas. All right, this person in Florida. This person, you know what I mean? That's the easiest. But always double and triple track your vehicles. I'm glad you brought that up. If you're not following me on Instagram, official Trevor Calais is how you do follow me. I drop a lot of tips, gang. I drop sauce, bro. I be trying to give it all away. I ain't trying to gatekeep nothing. Like if I'm living a lifestyle that I'm living on my terms, and I want, you guys to also win, then that's what we're gonna do. Hold on one second, Bree. I still have no volume. I don't hear it. That's something on your side, Xavier. Let me tell him. It's on your side, brother. We live over here. I just want to make sure he knows that we are live and it's on his end. Um, yeah, so I mean, like I said, we're not. We always want to double, triple track our stuff because when a thief gets you right, and if they're gonna steal your shit, they're gonna steal your shit. All you can do is protect yourself. It's business, right? Like Walmart has people steal from Walmart every day. Do they close their business down because a motherfucker stole? No, they optimize and figure out how they can make it better so people stop stealing or so that they can get their stuff back. So I teach you guys how to triple and double and triple track your vehicles. If a thief grabs one of them, he probably think he got you. He like, oh, I got the tracker, I'm good. But little does he know you have 2, 3, 4 of them inside the vehicle. Air tag, you got the GPS, you can have the move tracks, you can have the bouncy, you can have a lot of them within your fleet, and that's the best way to do it. Like double and triple track, right? You're only protecting yourself as a business owner in the car rental business, in the rental car space, right? So that's the ultimate play: double and triple tracking your stuff.
Do you think putting in like dash cams? Do you put dash cams in your car, or like you just think tracking is just doing tracking?
Yeah. I just do tracking. I don't do no dash cams or nothing like that. That might make people uneasy and maybe they don't want to rent from you or something. So I don't do like the dash cams or nothing like that. It's mainly just tracking to see where it's at in case somebody isn't returning my shit. We actually had somebody go, I had to go get a client, one of my runners to repo a vehicle last night. They threw the tracker out in Dallas. That's where she lived, but she had moved back to Shreveport. So when they went to Dallas to go get the vehicle, the tracker, they had found the tracker in like the bushes. So I instantly hit her up and was like, "Hey, where you at? Return my shit." You know what I mean? Or are we gonna get legal? Like, motherfucker, this is my business. I don't that friend shit out the window if you're not paying, it's private rental too, so it's not Turo. That's more the private rental side where I take them risks. But if you're not gonna fucking pay your note, I'm about to get my shit back one way or another. You know what I mean? Like I'm a business owner. I'm tied with other business owners. So they pulled up to her crib and got that shit. They got it today, and now it's gonna go out. I'm gonna just rent it to somebody else. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? I'm in this for the business, for the money. I don't give a shit about the cars, to be honest. I done drove everything I wanted to drive. I'll be in any car I want to be in just from being in this space. So I don't care about the car. If I want to go and pick up the yours and drive it, I'll drive it. If I want to, whatever I want to drive, I could just go drive it. So I'm not personally attached to any of these cars. Cars is that's just a business. I'm trying to make money.
Um, how do you budget like maintenance wise
Um,
for the vehicles?
Hold on one second, because Ashley Dinkins had a question in the chat, and I want to get to her. She asked a minute ago, said, "Are we kind of on standby until our credit is optimized, or should we apply for our LLC and wait on credit?" This is a big question. A lot of people ask. They seem to be, not all the way informed or confused about exactly how to run the play. What I would do is get the LLC ASAP. If your credit is good enough to get vehicles under your LLC, go ahead and start Turo. Don't wait on your. I mean, it's obviously it's a great, to having the capital to back you. That's all good and stuff, but do you want to set your back with time and time and time when you can start generating income right away? Like you can start generating revenue right away. Then when that credit comes, boom, that's a blessing. Like that's how I did it. And I'm not saying I did it the right way or anything. Like there was things I wish I could have did different, but I'm trying to make money. I wasn't trying to go to work and I wasn't trying to punch the clock for nobody else. So I was worried about generating the revenue. The credit came later, and I really turned the bag up, got in the credit space. So now I'm solid, but I would just don't put it in your personal name. If your credit's good enough to PG it, watch the training on structuring your LLC properly, make your LLC, hit up my Dealer Connect. If you're a mentee, you get access to the Dealer Connect. All you gotta do is hit him up, Jeremy Tate. He gonna check with me, make sure you're a student. He gonna start working car deals for you and get you them cars. His best interest is to put it in the LLC name. He know that because he know y'all are going for funding. So put it in the business name so that it doesn't attach to your personal, and then you're good. You're not messing up anything when it comes to funding. Now, if you put it in your personal, you're going to delay your funding process a little bit. So, you know what I mean? I wouldn't do that. But Ashley, I mean, just to be honest with you, I go and get your feet in the game. Like you never know what's on the credit or how long it could take. And that's just holding you up when you're trying to go ahead and start generating revenue right now. A lot of people come with us, move forward with us because we do the credit, right? It's an undefeated system. We do the credit, we give you the capital, and then we build your Turo business for you. Regardless, you're gonna get your credit repaired. regardless what you do. You're going to get the capital regardless what you do. So you might as well jump in the game and start making some money right away. If you could put them vehicles in your LLC name, then it doesn't mess with anything that we got going, and then we'll fund you. You know, if you're a student, you're going to get guaranteed funding. That's how this shit works. We guarantee 50K or more, regardless. I'm partnered with lenders for that reason. They can guarantee it for y'all. I made those deals. Rick, Brian, did you have something before I shoot to Erica? I know Erica had a question, but I see you light up a couple times.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Go ahead, Erica. You had something about I don't even know.
How do you budget like maintenance fees and stuff like that for your vehicles? Like when you have to go get oil changes, change out the tires, brakes, things like that.
Yeah, I just budgeted from, well, that's where you're going to want the credit, right? That's where the credit is important because you can just use the credit to do all of your maintenance when it comes to like everything you just.
Like the funding that you get us, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So that credit is what you're going to use to be doing those maintenances. So you're not pulling from your profits. If you don't have that credit, you may have to, pull from profits and run your business, but you out with motion making money. So it really doesn't matter. It's just kind of like a delay, but that you'll use your credit. Any type of credit cards that you have or any credit cards that we give you is what you use for maintenance, tires, car washes, everything like that. You don't want to use your profits. And then if you don't, everything go the cheapest route on everything. These are renters. There's no need to go buy, $300 Pirelli tires. And people gonna rent it and run your shit wild anyway. Get used tires that have good tread. I go to the used tire shop, get the 90% tread on the used tires, like $30.
There's like one right up the road.
That's it. You use tires, right? Because they're gonna drive your shit anyway. That's what they're gonna do. They're a rental. It's not yours no more. If you want to buy your shit, that's good, right? But use tires, put them on to make sure your asset stays on the road, right? Car wash, get the basic car wash, make it easy on your clients. You already know the automations. You'll learn that if you're already a client, right? You're going to learn my automations and put them inside your business. That way the clients are doing this, but you want to make it easy on them. People shop from convenience. So if it's convenient for them, they're going to shop. So get you the cheapest car wash. That way they can, now they'll probably wash the car. If you made it easy on them. So the cheapest car washes, the oil change is something that you're gonna have to pocket. It's just a part of it. That's the pay. You got to pay for that. There's no like hookups or subscriptions on nothing like that. But man, I just go to the little quick time and lube, take 5 or whatever.
Take 5, yeah.
Yep. Pull up. Hey, oil change, and I'm on my way. Use the credit card, swipe up, car back in the fleet. So. It doesn't. You're only gonna have to budget, whenever you don't have access to that credit yet, and it's easy to do. It's easy. You get your oil change like you're gonna look at the miles. You put it on a 250-mile radius, and they're not gonna be going. Your oil change will be a month or so. You can make it last. That's the way to do it. That's how you maximize the most of your profits. And keep most of your money. Who else? What else we got? Come on, did you say car dealer will help fund cars and yeah? So I got a vehicle dealer connect. And you're a student, right? Rick, are you a mentee? Are you a current mentee of ours?
I'm a mentee, yes.
Okay, perfect. Oh, it's Richard, right? That's it.
That's Rick's fine.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you my dealer connect whenever you're ready to add these cars and start building your Turo fleet. His name is Jeremy Tate. Like I said, I can connect you guys if you guys need help. That's what he's going to do. He's going to build your Turo business, and he's going to use the LLCs for it. Like I said, he's not out there to try to, he's not a swindler. You got people at them car lots that be trying to swindle you and finesse you and all that. He got one purpose. He going to get you as many cars as he can to build your fleet properly so that you can make money. He ain't in it. I'm not going to say he's not in it for money because obviously we don't work a job without making money, but he's not going to tax you. You go down the road, he's going to beat the deal every single time. And like I said, it'll include the shipping too with that deal. And he's going to press to put it in your LLC unless your credit is absolute can't do it. If it absolutely can't do it, that's when you'll make your decision. You can be like, okay, well, damn, do I want to go ahead and get the Turo business started? Go into the garden a little bit, wait on, at least I'm generating revenue. I ain't got to worry about clocking in no job no more or whatever it may be. If we're retired, we're getting this extra income. And wait for, you're going to go in the credit garden. You might have to wait 6 months before you get funding because you just bought a whole bunch of cars, but it'll come around. Or you could just put it in your LLC and you don't have to worry about that. But like I said, mainly for the people who can't put it in their LLC because where they're at with credit right now, that's your option. Start the business and start generating revenue now, and wait for the funding, or just wait to get in the game. I never choose to wait to get in the game. Why wait? Why am I gonna sit on the sidelines and wait when I could just be in the game winning, making money right away? You know what I mean? Like that's the other stuff can come. I know if I know the credit coming anyway, shit, I'm trying to generate revenue. I don't want to sit here on the sidelines with my hands tied. Like if I know I got the LLC structured properly, right? And I got a dealer connect whose one goal is to put them vehicles in my business LLC, which won't affect my funding anyway. I'm just going to go ahead and start the business. I mean, even if I didn't have the credit yet, I'm still going to go start the business. The funding is what's going to obviously give us a lot of to where you guys can live off of credit, right? Operate off of credit, things like that. But that's so long term, like when it hits, it's going to hit and it's going to be there. So let's go get the money. You know what I mean?
So I got a question, follow up on that. So I set up an LLC, like you told me to, a Wyoming LLC. I've got 2 cars on Turo, and of course they're on the personal credit. And so one reason I signed up with you guys was to help get the funding so I get more cars. So listening to you, I'm probably going the wrong route. Maybe I should try to get with this Jeremy guy and maybe try to run into my LLC and get as many cars as I can.
I mean, that's what I would do 100% because you already know. I mean, it's not going to mess up your funding. So you're going to get the credit anyway. You don't want people come to us and they think they're going to use the credit for the cars. I would never get $200K in credit and then go buy cars with it. That's immediate utilization problems, it's debt. It's right away. It's like, oh, damn, now I got to make that monthly payment every single month. No, I'm going to use the credit score that I leveraged and that properly structured LLC to where they can't say no. You know what I mean? If the LLC is not high risk, you're going to get approved. That's why I set it up this way. So I would 100% use that, go get more cars. I mean, and it ain't going to, who cares if they're going to run some inquiries and it doesn't work? We'll just remove the inquiries. We fix credit. That's what we do. That's why this system is here. You literally can fuck up, excuse my language, but you literally can go fuck up and come back and be like, hey, I'm a mentee. There's a collection. Can you help me? Roger, we're going to help you. I have staff that their only goal is to work on your guys' credit at all times. Now, that's what I think people need to understand. Like when you invest in this shit and you're in here, that shit for a lifetime. We're not about to be like, okay, well, you're done. So no, like you're in the system now. You're a part of this shit. You get lifetime credit repair. You know what I mean? Like that's the real game to this. That's the real game.
It's that lifetime subscription.
And now go get it. Huh?
It's that lifetime subscription.
Yeah, facts.
So do I reach out to Jeremy or do I just have to go through you and do it? How do I do that?
You're a mentee. You go ahead and hit him up. He's gonna ask me. I'm gonna just approve it anyway. Yeah, Jeremy Tate is his name in Skool. You can make a post or you can write him inbox. Say, hey, I'm one of Trevor's students over here at Let's Go Hustle. I have my LLC, everything ready, decent credit or good credit wherever you're at. We don't have to discuss that on the call. All I gotta do is go look at your channel and see where you're at. And then yeah, he'll start building your fleet out. You tell him what you want, what you like. He'll send you his site. And y'all go make some money. Let me get to the chat and I'm gonna answer another question in here. Do we use this is Alan? Well, that was Rick. I answered that one. Do we use the funding from our business credit card to fund our vehicles that Jeremy purchased? No. If you're coming through if you're in like I said, I don't know where you're at in the process, even if you're a student or not, right? But if you're a student, you won't have to use your credit to get the cars at all because we're gonna make sure your credit is in a position to where there's no down payments. If you look in the wins section, a dude named Marcus Jones, there's plenty of students that posted their wins, right? But Marcus is the most recent, so it's on my mind, right? 6 cars, 0 down. He ain't put $1 down, not $1. You know what I mean? Because we have the structure the correct way. We know what the lenders want. We're partnered with them, and we're partnered with the dealers and things like that. So yeah, your funding is yours. That's yours to grow, and scale your business. It's like, damn, you know what? These mentees invested in me, right? They took a risk, a leap of faith. met somebody, seen somebody on the internet and invested in them without knowing anything, right? Besides what we see on the internet. So here you go. Here's 50K or more guaranteed because I don't have to do the work anyway. The work is already done. The connection is already made. Now I just put the pieces of the puzzle together. So that's what you use the funding for whatever you want. I don't care if you spend 50,000 at the strip club. It's your money. Do what you want with it. You know what I mean? Like that's on you. But if you spend 50,000 at the strip club and mess it up, you're gonna come back and I'm gonna have to fix your credit. So just telling you that. If personal credit isn't there, how do we buy cars? Amy, you're a student, right? I think you're a mentee. Or no, not yet. You secured your slot. Never mind. All right, I know who you are.
Not a mentee.
Uh, you're cutting up a little bit.
Not a mentee yet, but I'm a student in the school.
Okay, perfect.
You can't hear me?
No, I can now. Yeah, no, you're good. You said yeah. I like the word yet. Yeah, that tells me that you're gonna come on board. Yeah, your slot is secured and you do have your discount as well. I know it. I know the play we ran. So yeah, your credit's gotta, if your credit ain't good, they probably aren't gonna let you get the cars. With especially not in the LLC, credit's gotta be good. Even my dealer connect won't do it. You know what I mean? Like you gotta hit certain bullet points in order to be able to get the vehicles. What did you mean by that? Turo covers if you only have Bree, they don't only cover it if you have a tracker in it. What I was meaning was Turo only covers it if an incident happens while it's booked on Turo. Like if your friend's driving it home or something like that, they won't cover anything. You can't do no claims through them. That's why you have to have Turo and Tint, both of I got both of their insurances. It just works for me. It's better financially for me. I don't like to spend a lot of money. Especially to insurance companies. We already know they got all the money. So I'm trying to give them the minimum, and if I can be covered and my assets can be protected and I can continue to make money with minimum, then that's what I'm going to do. Because I'm a business owner. I'm trying to profit. I'm not trying to have a gang of, what good is making 50,000 a month if I got 45,000 a month in expenses? It doesn't do me no good. I mean, 5K, I might as well go punch a clock. So yeah, you definitely gotta you're going to use Turo stuff. So you only need a properly structured LLC to get the car. No, you do need the you do need the properly structured LLC, Amy, but you do have to have a good credit score. You have to personal guarantee it. So you got to be the PG for them cars. So that's another way that's how we can, what I mean? You got to be the business. You're the co-signer for the business. Think of the PG as that. You got to co-sign for the business because they can't come after you. They can't come after, Amy's LLC. They got to come after Amy as a person. So you're the personal guarantee for the business. They use yours to be able to purchase the cars. The debt doesn't go to you though. The debt goes to the business, but they got to have something to go off of. The only way a business can just only be a business and sign for a business, you got to make $2 million a year on paper annually for 2 years consecutively. That's the only way you can come in and be like, hey, Let's Go Hustle is going to pay for this, and Let's Go Hustle is going to sign its own name. Yeah, don't at the strip club. Anthony, I've seen it. I have a question about the LLC as far as the setup. Go ahead, Lawrence. What you got?
Oh, okay. What's going on, Trevor? My bad.
What's up, brother?
So I watched almost all the videos, but the one about the setup for the LLC you have for Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm in Texas, do I have to get like a registered agent or anything like separate or foreign entity to go with that to do business in Texas to get my funding in Texas, even if I set up to Wyoming, like you said?
No, you gotta use that. You gotta use Wyoming and get a registered agent, and basically you just follow that video, follow that whole module training. If you do it step by step, I broke it down pretty good, and then I just added another video to it. Just follow that step by step, and you'll be doing it the right way. But you always should have a registered agent. You always want to, especially if it doesn't matter the state you're in, but you always need a registered agent because they're gonna do it the right way.
Okay, so that's the registered agent is what make us be able to do business in the state we in, not the foreign entity.
Right.
Okay, got you. Okay, appreciate it, because I was worried about that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's exactly right. Who we got? Another one over here. Who else? Come on, hit me with the questions. Let's go. I know y'all got them. I know y'all got the questions.
Okay. So I know you said it numerous times already, but we can start the business now as long as we have good credit and then we already have our LLC already made. That's what you were saying, right?
Yes, if you have decent credit and your LLC is right and your LLC is structured properly, you have all your paperwork, you can 100% go start Turo, hit up the dealer connect, get as many cars as you want, start building the business, building the brand, doing your thing on and off the platform. I give you all the game and the mentorship material, so all of it, right? Start making money and it will not affect your funding as long as those business don't go to your personal. Those vehicles don't go to your personal. If the vehicles go to your personal, you will 100% be in the credit garden. Now, if one vehicle, probably not. Two vehicles, maybe. But if you're going 3, 4, 5, 6 or more vehicles, you're definitely going to go in the credit garden and you won't be able to get no funding for at least 6 months. It's called the credit garden. Anytime you get something new, they want to make sure that you're credible for the shit that you just got. They want to make sure that you can pay them bills. So at any point, if my dealer connect said, and you know you're a student and you haven't gotten funded yet, we have not sent you to Shantae, and he says, hey, I can only do it in the personal because of this bank saying it or whatever, say, okay, I'll wait. I'm going to circle the block. Let me get funding first, and then I'm going to come back. He'll know. But if you can put it in your business, crank up.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir, for sure. What else we got? Nothing? No credit questions, no funding questions, no nothing. I know it's
Actually, I got a question. Or you
Cardi
can go
B.
first. But...
I'm gonna let Cardi B go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, so basically, I was just thinking, I don't know why I always thought like when you try to put the cars under your business name, right? And since we're PG in it, that'll hit as an inquiry. Do we like say go get inquiries? Say we shopping from different dealerships or something for specific cars. Do we still do the play where we say, hey, wipe these inquiries off our personal and then let it ride on a business or what?
Yeah, 100%. So while you're going through it, right? I actually, hey, it's funny you ask. I think I put another training out. If I didn't, I damn sure will. When you are going through funding or building cars, literally call the day after you're done getting cars. I teach you how to go get 10, 20, within a week, you know what I mean? But you have to wipe those inquiries before those cars hit the credit profile, because then they're going to know you were car shopping and you won't be able to get rid of them. So say, for example, you go Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, you buy cars, you get your fleet set up, you get it posted, whatever you got to do. On Friday or Monday, call the credit bureaus and you follow the hard inquiry wipe training. You don't have to change your address or none of that, but follow the training in there. It's called the hard inquiry wipe while your credit stacking, right? Follow that training. All you have to do is wipe the inquiries. You don't have to do no address change or nothing, because they're going to be like, were you car obviously say no. You're not going to tell them, yeah, no, I wasn't car shopping. These are fraudulent. I did not apply for no vehicles. I don't know what this GMC Financial and BMW Financial, you're going to have to know, you're going to have to name them, right? So you're going to have it pulled up when you call and do this dispute, right? So you need to do that shit before the vehicles or whatever it is that you're doing. If you're getting funding or the vehicles or whatever, do that shit before that hits. Usually it hits in 30 days, but sometimes some banks might hit you at like 15. Some might hit you even at 10 days. They're already on your actual credit profile. So as long as you remove them before the actual account itself hits, you're going to be good. But if that account hits, it's going to be hard to get it off. You got to go through the dispute process, and that's tedious. But yeah, 100% shop, man. I'll go to the dealership, get a car. They done ran my shit 20 times. I'll call the next day. Hey, that wasn't me, blah, blah, blah. They remove all them shits. 2 days later, it's gone, and I go back to the dealership and do it again. Or because, when you got a whole bunch of them, they're going to automatically kick you back anyway. For the dealership, it's a little different, but for funding, that's what I had to do. I'd hit like Amex, Discover, Affinity, Navy Fed, Barksdale. And then at 5, it's like, damn, now maybe I got 20 here, 20 here, 20 here, 10 here, 10 here. I just ran up, 80 band, 50 band, whatever it is. But now anything else I apply for online, they're going to deny because that's too many recent inquiries for credit, right? So when I get that error message, next day I call, wipe the inquiries, it never happened. Then the next day they're gone, I run the play again. Now I call more credit. Now I go apply for more credit. That's how you credit stack.
Oh, bet. And also another question. My bad if I'm taking too many, but so I'm planning a move, right? Like I'm doing a move next week from a different address that's listed on my credit report, right? Mm-hmm. So I was wondering, like, if this play would work if I'm like, so say I don't know, I apply for car loans or credit cards or whatever, and I legit got a different address that's not listed onto my credit report. Can I call and get those inquiries wiped because I legit live somewhere else for a time or something like that, and they change the address and it removes all the inquiries ever on my credit report?
Yeah, you can do that as well, but they're gonna ask obviously for the documentation. You might have to upload a bill, a utility bill, or something like that, a bank statement. But yeah, if you can get the documents, you can go. Yeah, that's 100%. You can do that play, and it'll get rid of all them old ones that was attached to you, like you just said. So yeah, that's a play. And if you need those type of things like documentation, right? Just hit up Kane. He got a lot of stuff. We can get anything. So if you catch it and you feel me where I'm coming from, we can get anything you need documentation wise.
Bet, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And then Pablo, I think that was you about to ask before Cardi asked. What you got?
Yeah, my question was just something similar. If you can hear me? Because I'm at work.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. My question was something similar when he just asked about the address. So I tried to call today. So they got my old address, which I just moved like about 2 months ago. I tried to get that removed, and they already have my new address. But what they told me was that they started naming all my cards and saying my address is attached. My cards are attached to that address. So then that's what they started saying, that my cards are attached to that. Are you sure this is not your address? And then after that, I felt like they was gonna start like probably disputing my cards or something. So I just hung up. Should I keep the old address because it is attached to my cards, or should I go in all my banks and change all my cards to my new address, and it will change in the bureau?
When you change it in the banks and stuff, it's not going to change in the bureau. You're going to still have to upload like a documentation regardless to do that. But you don't want to. You want to get them. They won't delete it or remove it, but you're going to have to get them to change it. And so, did you run the whole play like you did? You started out by changing your address one day, and then the next. Like you can't do it all on the same call. Like you got to call.
No. I was just doing the address part. I was gonna change one little thing of the address.
Okay.
And then take off their old addresses. They got like 3 addresses of mine on there. So I was trying to get them taken off. But the first one was I just moved from that one. And they already have my new one on there also. So
yeah, you might have, whenever you apply for something, they might have got it that way. If you applied, like if you like put an application in or something, that's how they got it. Because they tied to all that kind of shit.
I was thinking, because the old address is like it's my parents' house. I was thinking dispute even the new one and my old one that's a long time ago, and just stay with the one that's in my parents' house, since I haven't even changed my ID or anything. So it's still, the address still on there. I was thinking just change one little thing of that and just erase the other 2. And then when I go back, give them the right address and change my ID and everything in case they want to ask for any proof or something. You think that'll work?
Yeah. That's what I was going to get at. That's probably the best play. Or if they don't change it because of like you said, things are attached, tell them to add the address. I need you to add my new address. And when you add the address, that's the one that's like different. So if it's, 24 West Avenue, you're going to say 24, say, I need you to add my address. I live at 24 East Avenue, because then it'll be added on there so that now all the addresses are on the profile. Then you can probably go and delete the other one and say, hey, this one was incorrect. I need you to delete that one because it shows it on the profile. You know what I mean? If don't change it, add it. but don't do it on the same call. So if they're like, oh, I can't change it because it's attached, be like, okay, cool. Well, I need you to add my actual address then. And then when they add it, the next day, a day or two go by, then you call back and say, hey, do you guys got my correct address on there? Boom, boom, boom. It's so and so. They'll confirm. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and be like, okay, cool. I need you to you start deleting the inquiries after that.
Yeah.
You start deleting the inquiries. And then another day you call back and then you get the address deleted because the inquiries got to be gone so that they can remove the address. They can't remove the address first. They got to remove the inquiries first because that's what's attached to the address.
Okay. Okay.
And I know it's confusing. But I think you got it. I think because you was already talking about it already.
Yeah, I think I got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
the inquiries got to go first. The address change or add, you know what I mean? One number off, follow that play to a T, right?
Yes.
And then next stage is the next day you get the inquiries off because they're not attached to the address because you got your new address in there. And then the next day or two, call and delete the addresses.
Okay. I have another question. Two questions. I had did my LLC and I just heard you say something about the what is it called? Dang, I just forgot it. Uh, Damn, somebody just said it too. I'll just ask the other question. Um, oh, it's a personal loan. If I can dispute a personal loan inquiry.
Yeah, you can dispute any inquiry.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get any inquiry off you.
Okay.
If you apply for Amex tonight, get a hard inquiry, it get denied. You could call tomorrow and dispute that because there ain't no profile on there. You could like literally call tomorrow and say, "Hey, that wasn't me."
But mine is just reported, so I just literally just made my first payment, so
oh yeah,
I can still delete it.
yeah. You got to do that. You got to do the whole play then. Now,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what it's called. Registered agent. I put my under my LLC. I put myself on a registered agent. Is that going to be a problem for funding?
Yeah, you ain't the registered agent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How would I change that?
You got to either amend the LLC or you got to just create a new one.
Okay. Hey. All right. Yeah, because that's what InkFile. I did it through InkFile, and they had asked me that. I thought I put it myself under the. So I fucked up. All right. So
no, you ain't the registered agent because you don't have a building and a professional business address. So that's like you guys gotta follow that training, bro. You gotta follow that training in the materials, right? Especially if you're a student. So because we got the right ways, man. We're not gonna guide y'all the wrong way.
do you have a video on there for me to fix that?
Yeah, it's already in the classroom. If you go to the classroom, it's already in there. Share my screen. Yeah, if you go right here to the classroom, I'll get right to you, Arnold. Right here, structuring your LLC. You get into this. I got like 3 or 4 classes in here that just, I got an updated one and everything. So I make sure that you guys are good on doing this stuff the right way.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
100%. Go ahead, Arnold. What you got, brother?
Hello, Trevor and everyone. Yeah, quick question. So, and I have started the training, and I haven't got to that part, but I think I know what you're going to say, but I just wanted to validate real quick. So, once I get the LLC together, then in order to get funding through the LLC, you need to have like a minimum credit score on your personal side of like 620, 650.
No, there's no number. I can't really give you a number because I've seen people that have like 700s, but they still got like bankruptcies and stuff. A lender's not going to give you money. So don't focus on the number. You guys, when you're in the credit space and you're learning credit or you're getting credit, work for you, whatever. The goal is the data points on the credit profile. Don't ever look at the score. The score doesn't mean anything. The score is just what we think like, oh, I got a 700, so I'm good. It doesn't matter. If you can't get anything on your credit because your profile isn't looking good. If you can't go buy a car, buy a house, get a loan, get credit cards, go buy furniture. If you get told no every time you go somewhere, then it's because of the data points, not the score. So payment history needs to be 100%. If it's lower than 100%, that means you got late payments. You need to repair it. Your utilization can't be above 10%. When we say we don't want nothing besides 10, we can get up to 15 and 30. Those are the generic numbers, but 10%, I can get you a bag from the bank. Age need to be 1 to 3 years. No derogatories. You can't have no collections. And then more than usually more than 4 hard inquiries, a bank's not going to give you money. So don't focus on the score. Focus on those data points. Make sure you get those data points in line. And if you're already a student with us and you're going through the credit optimization process, then it's going to get fixed anyway, and we'll be able to fund you when we complete.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir, 100%. Who else we got? Oh, let me go to the chat. Minimum, yeah, that's the same thing. Arnold, yeah, I just answered that. There's no not score profile. We send it to LLC. Where do you upload your documents, or do you send that over? They do all of that for you. So whenever other states that offer the same, I don't know about other states. I heard Delaware and states like that do. We're partnered with Wyoming, so you get your documentation like pretty damn quick. Erica, when we did it, how long did it take to get not your EIN part, but the Wyoming stuff? How many days? Was it a day?
I think it was like 2 or 3 days because we did it on over the weekend. We did it on Sunday. So
Okay, yeah.
it's like maybe 1 or 2 days, if that.
Yeah. So Wyoming's pretty quick, so we like to use them due to that. They're fast. I used to get them the same day. When most states you're waiting, 2-3 weeks. I know when I did mine in Texas, it was I almost waited 2 months. Louisiana was pretty damn slow too. I don't know what takes them so long to file. Wyoming's super fast. Obviously, they keep your stuff private, but with the BOI, it doesn't matter no more anyway. But there's nothing you have to upload besides maybe your license. I don't remember upload. I don't upload anything. You know what I mean? I create the documentation to get the paperwork and stuff, and then after that, they send it to me. But your registered agent handles all of that stuff for you. That's kind of like what the perk is to having them. Should you also dispute? Always, it don't matter. If you get 20,000 from Amex, dispute the inquiry so you can get the inquiry out of the way. It don't matter. They gave you money, it's fine. That the account will still hit your credit profile in 30 days, but the inquiry gonna be gone. So you always want to get rid of the inquiry. That way we can keep them to a minimum. Go ahead, Brie. I see your hand.
Sorry, most of them questions was from my lady, but because she listened in the background.
No, you're good.
If like my credit's good and I have collections and her credit's like a little bit undermines and she don't have any, can I still do the play on her?
Yeah.
Like before we get funding?
Yeah, so you're saying as in run her. Break it down.
Kind of like if I have my score is cool, but like I got like late payments or something, and like her score is like mid 600s, but she don't have like no late payments, no evictions, none of that. Can I do that?
Good profile, data points.
Yeah, like my data points is probably why I'm not getting approved for anything, but I feel like she'll get approved even though her score is maybe a little bit lower than mine. Would it be best for me to just run a play on her so we can start like getting this ball rolling instead of waiting till my credits up and doing the funding?
100%. I always double dip. It don't matter. I ran my wife credit up, got hers. Yeah, I do. Shit, I done got repos in her shit, fixed it, and then charged the card off and all kinds of shit. Like I'm testing. I'm trying to make sure. Oh, I'm trying to go through every possible. Don't let these people in this credit space sit there and act like they didn't have perfect. I done had late payments and shit. Like I gotta remove. I got 37 cards. Some of them don't get on auto pay. So damn, I forget. I run this business where I'm trying to mentor you guys and make sure that you guys are successful doing it. I go speak on podcasts. I go speak to military personnel. I got a lot of motion, so I forget shit. My shit be fucked up sometimes too. Yeah, I know credit though. I just remove it. It don't matter. I done gave a whole car away, my mama's car, and gave her my mama's car away, put her in something new because that just was a shitty deal. Put her in something new, then remove the repo off her profile. Now she's driving around a nice car for $400 a month when she was paying like I think it was like 9 or 1,100 for the other car. Fuck that car. We're not going to pay it. You're going to let that bitch go to collections, right? And once it goes to collection, they're going to come repo it. We're going to give it away. When the repo hits your profile, we're going to delete it. It's fucking credit. It don't matter. It's shit undefeated. And I'm not telling you guys do that kind of stuff by any means. I'm just trying to let you guys.
No, you being real, man. You being blunt.
Yeah, I'm trying to let you guys know.
Go to collections and they repo it, and I don't know something.
Oh, that's how this shit works. Like, credit is undefeated. Like, it's undefeated. You can literally just play the game. That's what it. You know what I mean? As long as you know how to do it and you're connected with people who really know that shit, you can run them plays at all time. Credit is unlimited. I can fuck this shit up and do it again. Fuck this shit up and do it again. But if you don't have good credit, you'll never start. If you don't have good credit and you don't have capital to even start, you'll never start. You're gonna still be stuck in the same shit.
Come on, fuck the credit up and do it again. Which my bankruptcy? You filed bankruptcy or something?
I know. I'm mad. I was late to this class, but they said they recorded it. So.
Ideal meal.
Oh yeah. What else you got, Bree?
That's all I got. You got any questions? Not for now. But no, I was just asking that because I'm like, my data points are down, but my credit. Because I mean, for months now.
Estrella,
I don't care. What's your question?
Estrella, can y'all mute for me right quick, please?
No, I was just wondering, like, if we could do it on her credit, just so we can get this ball rolling. You know, I still am working, waiting for them to get my stuff up. I see my numbers going up and stuff. Also, like, how long does it take for it to update? I guess on the apps in the bureau, because like they send me my monthly out. I'm almost at like a 700 for all 3 bureaus, but like Experian, it doesn't show like that my numbers went up.
Yeah, I don't. Sometimes it'd be glitchy, right? Like, you got the identity IQ and shit.
Yep, I got that.
Yeah, so sometimes it'd be glitchy if Experian acts away. I usually just get on the Experian site itself and do it. Okay. And you can do it for, like, we got a glitch in there, like, for free, right? So you can get in there, set up your Experian account, go ahead and get the free trial, right? As soon as you get the free trial, go to account and then downgrade it back to the basic. It'll be free. You can do that every time. Like, it's a glitch, right? You can always check Experian, all 3 bureaus all the time. So that's going to be the most accurate for that experience score. Identity IQ sometimes it's the most accurate for real time, but it do be off every now and then depending on the dates of the statement dates on when shit drop. But yeah, 100% I'd run the play right. Like right now, if you're still going through the optimization pay, part to where you're not really, ready yourself. If you got your significant other to run the play with, run the play. Because you got the game already. If you already a student, you already a mentee, you already got the materials. That's what I want. I don't expect people to come in and be like, hey, now my spouse is going to pay you, unless they need the service. Like if they need credit in the funding, all that. Yeah, of course we got to be paid for that because that's the guarantee, right? But as far as if they don't need the service, they only need the game, give the game away. That's what this shit is for. Teach this shit to your children, teach this credit, this business, all this shit to your family. We're trying to break the curse of generational way. Ain't no punching the clock no more. And that's how you got to do it.
Okay. Thank
you. For sure. We've got a couple more minutes. I'll hold open for another about 2 more questions, and then we got to hop off. I got to get to the fam and shit. Before we close out for the night, I got you. I got you there, Anthony. You want to ask it? Is it one-on-one or?
It's gonna be one-on-one.
Okay, bet. Yep. I'll tap in with you after this call. You are a mentee. I'll hit you.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. What else we got? Who got a question?
Hey, Trevor, what's your favorite cards that you use after all the applications you went through? And like, you know what I'm saying? What are your cards that you actually go to?
Bro, my go-to cards are any credit union, bro. Like, they don't fuck with your limits. I ain't never had my limit ever messed with by a credit union. It doesn't matter which credit union. Their rates are good. Their rewards are better. I get it. Amex get the 4-time, the platinum, and you know what I mean? The gold, they get the 4-time and the 8-time spin, the travel rewards, but they also fuck with your limits, right? I had 10K on Amex, then they busted me down to like 5K, then they busted me back up to 8K. They just play. I feel like you playing with my money at that point, especially if I just paid the card down and then you're going to snatch it. I feel like, damn, like you're going to give it right back anyway when I apply because I'm going to structure my profile to get the money right back. And then I might charge your ass. Never mind, let me get off that. But look, I really, credit unions, that be the play. They don't mess with your limits at all. I think early like 2000, I want to say 2019 around COVID time, I was like working for the railroad. I had jumped from one railroad to another. And shit, I was like struggling, bro. I was about to lose my house and everything. I got a house, I got a couple spots, but I'm speaking of the one back home in Louisiana. I was about to lose that shit. It was like 3 months, I think 3 months late on my mortgage. I think month 4, they like about to foreclose, they about to try to take your shit. You know what I mean? So and I had a 20,000, I think it was like a $21,000 Barksdale car. I still got that car today. Same limit. 21,000 with Barksdale Federal Credit Union, a bank back home. They ain't never fuck with my limit. But like I had to Discover, they dropped me down to like 500. My Amazon dropped me down to like, and those had like $5,000 limits and $8,000 limits. Dropped me. Bunch of them credit cards dropped me down. None of my credit unions did anything. So my favorite is, I'll say any of them, but State Department Federal Credit Union, Affinity Federal Credit Union, Barksdale Federal Credit Union, any type of credit, Navy Federal Credit Union, any type of credit union you can get in the door with, you're gonna be good. They don't fuck with your limits, bro. And at the end of the day, I don't want you to, I don't like to go spend 5K and then pay my 5K debt down, and then you turn me down to 3,000. Now you took 2,000 from me. You know what I mean? So credit unions be the play.
All right. Yeah, because like when we did the Shantae, when we did the call with Shantae, and you hopped on that call, and then we did that NASA play real quick, that NASA Federal Credit, and like and we were talking about making decisions on whether to take, the pre-approval. So they hit me actually with a 20,000 at that time. I know on the call a bunch of people were saying 10,000, but I was like, man, they just hit me with a 20,000. Should I really give in and take this pre-approval right now or not?
I mean,
And
did you have you made a decision yet, or expire, or did you get a certain amount of days?
honestly, I think it expired because I ain't take it, and I ain't go for it. Like sometimes I'll be that type of dude. Like I don't know it, so I ain't gonna like go for it. I just did it for the experimentation. You feel me? And see how good my credit was.
Yeah.
But
If
like not,
if they gonna give you 20, a lot of people they friendly though, but if they gonna give you 20, that means a lot of people gonna give you 20. And if you go get, 5 banks, you know what I mean? You just ran up a crack.
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
like,
actually, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, so I tried other pre-approvals with different banks, and like, so what you were saying, like, basically, like, yeah, these major lenders, say like Discovery, all them, they definitely do, tend to provide a safer limit and
yeah.
probably will dock you down versus the FCUs.
Yeah, the FCUs is gonna give you that bag, bro. And then at the end of the day, like I said, the rewards are good. They're solid with me. And then, but just remember, like the minute you accept something, now you in it. Like you are
No,
now.
I know.
So now you got to run the play. Apply again to somewhere else. Apply to somewhere else. Apply to somewhere. Apply until you get denied. That's how I say it. Apply until they deny. Once they deny, next day call the bureau. Hey, wipe these inquiries. I don't know who did this. Is fraudulent. I ain't out here applying. I got Amex. I got Affinity. I got NASA. I don't know who they are. But boom, get them off. When they clear, call more banks. Go get more money. You know what I mean? You got to run the play.
And
That's
just to make
run.
it clear, right? Like the point of this whole situation is to really just have kind of run your credit bank up. Like basically say, if I started this process with like a 20,000 total credit limit usage, but like at the end of after 30 days, I run these plays and do the snipes and like the snipe play. Like then at the end of the month, I'll get like 250. You know what I mean? Because I'm wiping, and then I'm going again, and I'm wiping, and then I get like 250,000. So now bureaus is seeing that I'm messing with a quarter mil worth of money, right? Is that what you're
100%.
saying?
Yeah,
All right.
100%. The bureaus
All
is
right.
gonna see that, and they're gonna know that they're gonna be like, oh, he's credible. Now, if you don't ever fall into any like shortcomings with that, you always pay your note at a minimum, bro. Everybody needs to understand this. All you have to make is your minimum payment to be in good standings on the statement date. It don't matter. You don't have to pay the card off. You don't have to spend 5,000 and be like, damn, how am I gonna make 5,000? No, they're gonna give you a fucking minimum payment. It's probably like $50. Just make $50 before the due date. That's it. And now you're in great standings with the bureau. They don't give a shit. They care about the usage, utilization, of course, like of your overall profile. But I don't care if my utilization be through the roof sometimes. But before I go for funding, I pay my shit down and I go get more funding. Like that's how you're playing the game. Like you're a student to this shit. Like you gotta play everything to your advantage. If you can get, if you're a student, we gave you the blueprint and the course materials on how to do it all on your own anyway. Obviously, we do it faster, we do it better, we streamline it, and we got the guarantees. That's the difference when you become a student with us. But you should be doing, and if you get it late, go get it removed. We've got the access to the material. Go ahead and do it. Play the game. Credit is now your job. If your utilization is up and you need more money, pay your cards down, go get more money. You know what I mean? You're in the game now. For sure. Look, it's 7 minutes over. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for showing up. Thank you for popping out. You got questions, you already know to hit it in the Skool community under the questions section. We'll get it answered. Man, talk with each other. Everybody network with each other. If you're a student and you're experiencing these wins, post those wins. If you're learning stuff in the material that you have provided to you, post it. But let them know, like I have people that just follow the material and they're out there winning. Following the material, getting late payments off. They're following the material and getting cars and using my dealership leverage pay. Like dudes ain't never horrible credit, ain't never been to the dealership and let them test drive a Mercedes. You know how them luxury car rental places, them dealerships are like, no, you can't do this. We need to run a credit report, credit check, all that shit. Bro went in there and drove anything he wanted. They didn't ask for like nothing. You gotta use this material, all the sauce, and check out all the sauce section. That section I give the game, I give it all away, and I definitely want to make sure that you guys is taken care of. So many blessings to all of y'all. Appreciate you taking time out of your day to come visit. Tomorrow is what? Thursday. So tomorrow Kane's going to come speak some credit with you guys and make sure that you guys are in tune with everything about credit. And man, we just want to see you guys win. Post about it, share the community with somebody you care about, and let's keep going. Let's keep growing. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great evening.
Appreciate you, Trev.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, y'all.